that I want to prepare my heart for Ramadan. I want to maximize Ramadan. Okay, what action did I do today that reflects that claim? Did I do anything differently today? Did I increase in dhikr today? Did I pray on time today? Did I show reverence towards my prayers and make sure that I am, really caring for this most important of pillars? That if it's not rectified, if my prayers are just going through the motions and I'm not enjoying their sweetness and I'm not present with Allah, it's going to affect everything else. It's going to affect what you reap in Ramadan if your prayers are not in order. So it's time to turn inward, my brothers and sisters, and really ask these difficult questions of how have I been showing up to my claims? How have I been really preparing for Ramadan? Not just by talking about it, not just by watching quote after quote, watching video after video on social media, or reading quote after quote. How am I following through my actions? Shaitan wants people stuck in the phase of thinking about things, in the phase of having an idea, in the phase of feeling good about doing something, but he never wants you to translate that idea, that thought, that intention into action. And this is where you really overcome your own nafs, but also shaitan. It's by doing something about your intentions, following through on your intentions, following through on your claims. This is where shaitan becomes really weak against getting you to not, weak against you. This is where you really weaken shaitan's attempts against you. Wow, I try to get them stuck in that emotional feeling of doing good. I get them stuck watching video after video. Now he's actually doing something about it. They actually got up and read Quran. They actually got up and prayed. They got up after the adhan and prayed on time. They are increasing in dhikr. They're actually preparing for Ramadan. They're not just talking about it anymore. Shaitan does not like that. So always ask yourself how much of what you claim is translating into real day-to-day actions. And this is where you really start to see change in your life. This is where you actually get a return back on, a mental and emotional return, nourishment. You feel more fulfilled, you feel more enough, you feel sufficed. You go to bed and you might not be doing so much, but you are sufficed by the small amounts that you are doing, because you are connected to them and you are following through on your intentions, and they're driven by intentions, right? So this is where we start. Secondly, we start softening this heart. You want Allah to give you, um, you want Allah to give you so many beautiful things in Ramadan, right? People go into Ramadan and they want their hearts to be filled with Iman. They want to be close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They want their affairs ordered and organized. They want to their so that you reap even more rewards. But unfortunately, many people let this month go without doing any fasting, without increasing in dhikr, perfecting or trying to excel in or praying with excellence, improving the quality of their prayers. And they enter Ramadan now getting in gear in the first few days. And if you do this, you're going to spend the first few days of Ramadan trying to get in gear. And then, by the time you do that, half of Ramadan has already arrived. And you see how fast, this Rajab went, and how fast Shaban is flying by. We live in times where time is flying by, subhanAllah. The year feels like months, the months feel like weeks, and the weeks feel like days. So do not wait. I really encourage you to sit with yourself today and assess, what have I actually been doing that follows through with my intention to prepare for Ramadan, and make some tangible items that you're going to follow through on. And don't start tomorrow. A sign that you're serious and you're sincere about wanting to get closer to Allah, about wanting to achieve any goal in life. Make it a rule for yourself. A sign that you are sincere is that you look for anything you can do today. You look for any even tiniest of action. It could be that right after this lesson, that you go and you pick up the Quran and you just read a few verses. It could be that you sit and you say, you know what, before I even get up, before shaitan distracts me, before shaitan tells this, tries to get me to do anything else but this, I'm not going to get up from my place until I do 100 istighfar. Start softening that heart, and you will feel it. Give it time. The medicine will work. The remedy will work. You start to feel a softness within you. You start to feel a calmness. I recommend this, especially when you're experiencing difficult emotions and things are getting heavy. Sit and do istighfar. It's going to be hard because you want to soothe yourself immediately. But when you choose to do istighfar and you sit with the difficult emotions and you tell your nafs, shh, we're not going to soothe you right now. We're going to elevate and get closer to Allah right now. It's not about instantly gratifying you. It's not about removing your anxiety immediately. It's not about soothing you immediately. Let me elevate myself and access higher faculties within me, and let me sit and do istighfar. And here's the thing, when you make Allah your greatest concern, Allah gathers your affairs. We know this in a hadith where the Prophet ﷺ, he says, whoever makes the akhirah their greatest concern, the hereafter, which means your meeting with Allah is your greatest concern. Allah watching you is your greatest concern. Allah rewarding you is your greatest concern. How you're preparing for that meeting with Allah is your greatest concern. How you're building your home in Jannah is your greatest concern. The Prophet ﷺ, he says that whoever makes the Prophet ﷺ, he says, whoever makes the akhirah their greatest concern, Allah enriches their heart, He gathers all their affairs, and the world will inevitably come to them. So 3 things He does for someone who makes the akhirah their greatest concern. Number 1, He makes this heart so rich. He enriches the heart. This is one of the most beautiful forms of gifts and treasures and risk that you can get in life, is a heart that is enriched by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, a heart that is nourished, a heart that is fuller,